guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa. I'm back to do another couple of pages in my purse album today. We're up to pages 8 and 9 in this album. There's a whole playlist with all the tutorials in here, as well as so far there is a flip through of my original prototype, and there will eventually be a flip through of this one at the end as well. So let me tell you what I've been using to make this album. I'm using this set of SVG files that I designed. So SVG files are scalable vector graphic files that you can use in electronic cutting machines. I use a Cricut, but you can use any electronic cutting machine that can take SVG files. I have, each piece comes, or most pieces come as a sort of two-piece. So there's a piece underneath here that's blue, so all of the blue pieces I've been cutting out of the cardstock, and also these green pieces down the bottom here. And the cardstock that I'm cutting it out of is this 176 GSM black cardstock. It's about 70 pounds, I think is the equivalent to 176 GSM. And then the pink paper or the pink piece on top is what you would cut your scrapbook paper or whatever it is that you're using, some type of design paper. And it's the mats that sit on top of everything, so it comes with the mats as well. And I am cutting the mats out of this paper here, which is from DCWV Floral Couture. I've seen this on Amazon, so it's still available to purchase. I'm also using some background paper that I've purchased off Etsy, and I will put the link to that below. There is a video on how I upload this file to Cricut Design Space and how I work with it as a project. So if you're using a Cricut, you might find that really handy, and that will be in this playlist, as will all of the tutorials so far. Oh, there's a fly in here. Alright, so I'm just going to start making my page. I'll show you the pieces that I'm using as I work my way through, but I'll also put a list of all the pieces in the description box, so you don't have to write anything down or remember it. Just click on the little downward arrow and you'll see all of the pieces that I've used. Okay, so I'll just put this to the side for the moment. Let me show you what I have been doing today. So I'm doing a little flip out. So I have this piece here. This piece is base page 2, so I've cut that blue piece there out of cardstock, and it has 2 score lines on it. I wish that fly would go away. There's 2 score lines here, one here and one here. I've scored it on the furthest one away. So that's that one that I'm using, and it's actually going to sit on our page this way. So in the SVG file it's facing that direction, but what I do is just flip it over, which is easy to do on Cricut Design Space, and I'm sure it's not difficult to do in any of the other ones as well. Okay, so I've cut that one, and I've also cut 2 mats to go with it. So these are the mats, they're the pink pieces on top. I have 2 of those. One's going to go on one side and one's going to go on the other side because it's going to flip out. And then I also have another mat, and this is for the actual page itself. So that's this one here. And what you can't see on this screenshot but is in the SVG files is this tiny skinny little piece that runs along here. And I've cut one of those out as well, and that's this little guy there. So that's what I've got there. And then I've got this piece here. And this is side flip 2. I've cut one of the side flip 2s out. It's actually that way around, but today I'm going to use it that way around. And so I've got one of those side flip 2s, and then I've cut 2 mats for that side flip 2. That's these 2 here. And then I have also cut out bottom pocket 4. Now I've cut 2 of those out, but I've cut one in the direction it is on the in the SVG files. That's this one, and then I've cut the other one in the opposite direction. So I've flipped this one over as well because it follows the design of the page, and the design of the page is curved. So one's going to go on this side and one's going to go on that side, and the page shapes around like that. You'll get the idea. So I've cut those out, 2 of those, and I've also cut the mats to go with them, and I've already popped them on the little pocket here so that it was, so you can see the tabs are here. I've just glued down those little end ones ready to go. So they are ready to go. So easy to make this little page. So we're going to have this on one side, and it's going to be a flip, and I think I might round the corners, so I'm just going to use my little corner rounder here, and I think I'm going to need some magnets as well. So I think that one goes that way, so I'm going to round that corner as we'll get that done. So then if I flip it over that way, then it will go up like that. So I need to round those 2 corners. I'm not going to put the mats on yet though, because I think I'll use some magnets. Put that to the side. Then this one here that we looked at, I'm going to cut this little tab off that we've got extra. So where that first score line is, we don't need all of that, and I don't want to add any extra bulk to my page. So I'm going to line up that score line. Of course, my Cricut has done the scoring for me, so it's actually straight scoring. I didn't do a very good job of that. There we go. I'm just going to throw that one away. And then the other thing I'm going to do is on this side, which is, so we've got the tab on this side. On this side here, I'm going to cut just a tiny fraction off there. So I'm going to cut, I think it's like, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch between my two cutting things, cutting lines there. So I'm just going to trim that much off. And so you can see that's probably about 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters. And the reason is this is going to flip down, and I want it to be just a tiny bit smaller than my actual page so that it sits in there nicely. So then I have to do the same with the mats. So this mat is going on the front, so I'm going to trim that tiny little bit off my mat as well. So I'll just line that up, trim that off. Okay, so that's the front. It's going to flip over like that. So that one there. I'm going to cut this long side off here. I'm doing my thinking out loud. And that's just going to make it sit just that little bit extra nicely. Okay, and put that to the side. I'm going to keep that mat with that piece so it doesn't get confused with that mat, and we'll bring out my album. So and open it up. I can slide these little side closures underneath while I'm working on it, and we are on page, what did I say? Page 8, this one here. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this flip here, I am going to attach it to the page from on this side like this. And so you can see why I've made it just that little bit shorter, so that when we put our flip on here, it'll fit in nicely. So I might round those corners too. Why not? Although it's not quite as easy because they're not actually because of the bend. Maybe I won't. I might not. I really want to, but because they're curved at the edge here, it's quite difficult to do. Oh well. Alright, so I'm going to put some glue on this tab. and I'm going to attach it to the page, and I am attaching it not right up against the spine but where the pages are attached together, because the pages are pocket pages. So I'm going to, because my album's getting pretty chunky now, so I'm going to attach it like that. If I could get it straight, that would be even better. Looks good. Give it a press. Make sure that's nicely attached. And then this piece here, this one here, is going to go along this edge here. So let's do that. Put some glue on that tab. And line it up. Press it down. Make sure it's not poking out over the edge. It's getting harder to work in now because the pages are so chunky. Nearly done. They actually come together quite quickly. Just going to make sure that's stuck down really well. Doesn't look like it's stuck down all that well up here. Okay, flip that back over. Right, now let's make sure that this fits in okay. So we've got just that tiny little sliver that makes it nice and easy to press down like that. Excellent. Now would be a good time to put some magnets on, I feel. So I'm going to put a couple of the small magnets on here. I have some really tiny ones that I'm keen to use up. So I'm going to use this double-sided tape. And I'm going to put the magnets about here, I think. One there and one here. Now last time I kind of messed it up because I used my mat and I got as a bit of scrap paper, which I should not have done because then I got sort of glue on it. So yeah, I have this spare piece here I can use. And so I'm going to pull this off, and this one, and then I have these tiny magnets. So I bought these off AliExpress, and I accidentally bought really tiny ones, which I did not mean to get, but that's why. And I've got hundreds of them. I thought I was being so clever. But now I just have to use twice as many. Okay. Then I'm going to put my piece of scrap on top of there and drop my magnet on and that one on. And then I put a drop of glue on my magnet and then flip that over and close it up, press it down. And then I'm going to, oops, lift this one back up, like so. There we go. That one looks like it might have moved. There we go. Okay, so now I can put my mat on top of this one. So let's go ahead and do that. So this glue that I'm using is like an acetone based glue in Australia. I bought it from Spotlight. It's just Crafter's Choice Craft glue. It comes in a huge bottle and I just put it in this small one. And I'm sorry if I keep saying the same thing over and over again about the glue. I really should put it all in the description box. Okay, did I put enough on there? Alright, I'll put that on there. Like so. You might have a better way of putting magnets on. You probably do. I mess it up just as often as I get it right. I'll flip that over and press it down on there. And then we may as well stick this on here while we're at it, seeing as I've turned the page over. So this is just the same map for the other side. It's really just a lot of matting now. This is a pretty simple page. It looks nice though. I think they all look nice actually, and there's masses of room in here. Masses. Okay, so that's that one. While we're open, we may as well put this one on top. So this is the one where I haven't cut that little extra sliver off, so that's for my whole base page there. I'm excited to get to the end and see what it looks like when it's all come together. This album. You can start seeing the end in sight. I think I might use some of my scrap paper to make some paper beads to dangle off it. One of my favourite things to do with my scraps. Paper beads. Okay, and then all I have left is, did you just see that fly? All I've got left to do is put my mats on, so I think that might be this side, and then this one. Oh, I've made it upside down. Go me! That one looks good there. That one looks good there. Okay. We're good, we're good. Cover this one up, cover these magnets up. Make sure it's attached. And it's straight, Katie. Okay. Might need some more glue under there. Might just use this little bit of art glitter glue because it's easy to get under there. Alright, and we'll flip that one over, flip that one over. And then we just have this one to go on. Oh, that's pretty. I love these Victorian style rose pages so much. Just can't get enough. Pop that one on there. Oh, we've got a couple of pockets to go inside. I forgot about those. Alright, and then this little skinny bit goes down here. So I'll put some glue on there. It just finishes off the page nicely. I don't know if is anyone working along with me at the same time doing their album. I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, I'd love to see a flip through at the end. You could share some pictures of your album in the Facebook group, and there is a link down below to the Facebook group. It's Bella Creativa Divas. There's also some fun free projects in there because you can't go wrong with a free project, right? Okay, so we've got these. Or you could share a video, or you could share some photos, whatever you would like to. So I've just noticed that when I've turned those tabs over, you can sort of see where they're sticking out a little bit on the corners. So the way I like to deal with that is to just grab an emery board. So this is just an emery board that I use just for crafting, and just kind of file off those little sharp points so that they don't stick out if they bother you. I mean, if they don't bother you, don't worry about it, right? There we go. So one of these, as I say, it will follow along the edge of the page like that on that side perfectly. And then this one here will go on the other side. So this one of them I've flipped over. Let's have a little look. Okay, so on here, this one here is the one that's the normal way. And this one here I flipped over to make sure that it follows that page. Okay. Could have done with a bit more glue under here as well. Let me just put a little bit of glue under there. Bit of squish. There we go. Alright, so then when I'm happy with those, let's give it a little bit more. Oops. And then I just tore it, being a bit rough. I'll put some glue on my tabs. Sorry, I was holding it right up to my face then. I've got all the lights on and I'm still thinking, it's really dark in here. Okay, and then that one just sits on there like that. So it's smaller than the page, so I just really like it when the pockets are just a tiny bit smaller and they're sort of layered on top. I think that looks groovy, particularly for this album. I'll put some glue on these tabs. And pop this one on this side. Make sure it's about the same, about in the same height, which I can't really tell. Maybe like that. That's about right. Give it a press. And that is page 8, nice and simple. Simples. There we go. Lots of space here for mats and things. And it closes up like that. Beautiful. Alright, so let's clear some space here and get ready for our next page. I'll grab those bits and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back and these are my pieces for page 9. So I'm going to do a couple of little flip pockets and then have a little booklet that opens up to this side. So I have cut out add-on base page 2 in the cardstock, and I also have an add-on base page 1 which I've cut out of the cardstock. So they're going to be flips again, so that means that I can cut these tabs off both of those. Oops, I just broke my pencil off both of those. So I'll just get out my trimmer and give those a trim. There's a dog outside barking, which means my lot are about to go off probably. If they do, I'll mute it. I'm hoping they can't hear it. I'm going to take the tag off here. Must be the next door neighbour's dog. And this tab. So I'm just lining up that score line and trimming the tabs off. I think that's all I need to do with that one. around the corners on all of these. That one and that one. And then we just need to turn these tabs in. That dog's really going off next door. Sorry about that. Never worked with kids and dogs, they say. Kids and animals. And that one. So I'm just going to attach that one to this one here with the bit at the top. That's add-on base page 2 to the top of add-on base page 1, and both of the tabs are on the same side. So I'm just going to make sure this is nice and flat, and we'll put some glue on this tab. And just run that along there. And put that on there and put that on there. Make sure they're lined up. Give it a press. So for both of those I've got 2 mats. So I have 2 mats for this one. Where's the other one? This pink one. And then this one here, I have 2 mats for this one. So I'm just going to go ahead quickly and mat those, save you having to watch me do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have matted my little booklet here. I'm almost 100% sure that page is that mat is upside down, but I don't care. I'm going to make it work. I feel like by the time you do whatever you do, you might not be able to tell. I'm going to tell myself that. Yeah, I seem to be suffering from a lot of upside down in this album, but never mind. That one is ready to go, so let's put that to the side. And then I have cut out 4 of the bottom pocket 3s and 4 of the mats for bottom pocket 3. And so what we're going to do is, I've already done one to save time, is this is a pocket that I've made with a little tab on the side, so we're going to stick that to the page so we can put some bits in there and have a little flip pocket. So I've already done one, and I'll just quickly show you how to do this one here. So for one of them, I'm keeping all of the tabs on them, and that's that one. And then for this one here, I'm going to cut one of the short tabs off and one of the long tabs off because we don't need that. So I'm just going to line this up on my scoreboard, there and there, and I'm just going to cut that tab off, throw that away, and then that tab off and throw that away. And then we just have this one little guy left here, and we're going to take this one that has all of the tabs on them and do the usual thing where we put a bit of glue on this tab and a bit of glue on this one, and bring that bottom tab up like so. And then I'm going to attach this pocket to this one with the side tab out here so we can attach it to our page. So then I just need to put some glue on here and here and here, and line these guys up along the edge. Make sure it's lined up and give it a press. And then we can pop the mats on those. So I'm going with the blue with the gold foil birds on the front. and then the sort of bluey green background paper on the back. I'll just pop that on here. Like so. Oh, rub glue all over it. Got glue on my finger. And then this one on the back. Along there. Pop that one on the back. Like so. Okay, so then I have 2 of those. So now, what's this one here? That was the bottom pocket 4. Did I mention that? I can't remember. I've cut out one bottom pocket 4, which is all ready to go, and I've also put a mat on there. So that's that one here. And I've just already glued those little tabs in at the back just to save a bit of time. And then we also have the base page 2 mats. So this one here, and then of course that one that is invisible in here, but it is visible in the SVG files. Okay, so then we can put it all together. Page 9. Ta-da. Whoops. Exciting times. Okay. Oh, I'm going to start by putting a little skinny strip on there. Look how chunky it is. Oh, so pretty. And then we've got the side inserts to go in there as well. They always look good. I think we'll do that in the next video. We'll do page 10. Oh my god, those kids next door are making a racket. They're having way too much fun. Right, is that one? And then this one's going to go here, but we can't put that down yet, so let's just slide that under here. So my plan is that I'm going to attach these 2 by these tabs to the side of my page like this. Now, do I just wing it? I'm not a winger. I'm going to measure just sort of roughly. I like them about there maybe. So I'm just going to see how far from the bottom it is. It's 1 inch from the bottom. Right, so I'm just going to put a line there. And so then let's go 1 inch from the top to about there. So then I'll put some glue on this tab here. Man, those kids are noisy. I don't know who these kids are thinking they can have fun after school. I'll pop that on here. So I'm lining it up with that score line. Might even just bring it in just a little smidge, like so. And the same on this side. This one I'm going to line up with that, the top of it with the top of this one, like so. Cool. Cool. Right, just wipe my little glue mess off there. And I'll flip this one over. Make sure that's attached. Flip this one over. A bit of glue on there. Okay, then on this side, we're going to put this one here, on this side. Let's just flip that back. Try and get it roughly centered. So we've got the same amount at the top and the bottom, that seems about right. I'll put a little mark on the bottom here. Oh, this is the worst lead in this pencil. A little line there. And then I put some glue on here. I'm really sorry if you can hear that. They're now screaming. And I'm going to line it up along the edge of my page. And where that little line is that I made, that little mark. Give it a press. They are absolutely squealing. Okay, then we can put the mat down on here, and I hid that mat under here. So I'll just pop this one on here. I feel like I need to sing or something or talk so that you don't hear that noise. I don't know if I can sing though, because I might... Oh, now the dog's barking as well. Okay, it's crazy here. It's close. They may as well start up some power equipment as well. Some power tools. Actually, he often has power tools going over there. They're a real reno kind of mob. They like renovating their house. They're always doing something to it. So there's always power tools going. Okay, and then the last thing to do is to pop this little pocket down here, which will look great. So let's do that. I'm really keen on renovating our kitchen, but oh my goodness, kitchens are so expensive and I never seem to manage to save enough money. Just when you think you're getting there, I thought I was getting there, and then it was Christmas and went backwards very quickly. So pop that little pocket in there, and that is page 9. There we go. Give that a little press with my bone folder. Does a better job than my fingers. So you could definitely put more pockets and things on here, but I'm not going to at this stage because, you know, there is no gusset in between these pages, so you don't want it to be too thick. So I feel like it would be a great place just to put your photos on there. Maybe you could put a little tuck spot or something, but I don't think I want to put anything necessarily in mine, but you can do whatever you like in yours. So that is page 9, so that's page 8 and 9. So in the next video we're going to do page 10, which is our very last page, and then do a couple of quick things to finish it off. We need to put some mats down this center section in between each of the pages and pop some inserts in, and I'll do some embellishing, but I never do that on camera because it takes me way too long. Anyway, thanks very much for joining me. I'm sorry about all the noise. Crazy here. I hope you come back for the next video, and definitely come back and see the flip through when it's all done, because I think it's looking fantastic and I can't wait to share it. Alright, see you guys soon. Thanks very much for your time today. Bye bye. Bye.